Mr. Kodarami. I'll be teaching you today. I know you normally teach me, but this time you're the student, so just take a seat. And the class will begin in about a second, so be ready. So I'm assuming you don't know what inverse is within this question. So I'll teach you what it is. This is the equation we'll be getting. Like this. And then, so for inverse, it means you have to swap your x and y, then you have to solve for y. So the first step is, you don't have to write f of x, you write y equals 4x plus 3. See, now you do the inverse part, which is swapping the y for the x, so it's going to be x equals 4y plus 3. So I got a little bit lost there. So then, so now you want to have the constant though by itself, so you're going to move the 3 over, so your equation is going to look like this. And it's going to be -3, and the reason you want to do that is so then you can get the y by itself, so then you can solve for the y. So then after, you're going to get rid of the 4, what do you have to do? Good answer, divide. That's exactly what I wanted you to say. You divide everything by 4, correct? So then what does that leave us with? Even better answer, there you go. You're understanding this pretty well. See, if you're wondering why the 1 is there, it's because, you know, there's always a 1 in front of the x, imaginary 1. Then since we divided everything by 4, so it'll be 1 over 4, x minus 3 over 4. But see, if I was going to give you on this test, where would you get marks off? Ah, good answer. You need the notation, the proper one. So then it's going to be see, I'm happy, figured it out. Okay, so for the second part of inverses, we have to understand relationships with graphs. And we already did the equation, so if I give you an equation, you'd be able to do the inverse, then I'd ask you to graph it. So now let's talk about the relationship. So the relationship is going to be, it's going to be a mirror image of the line you originally drew. So first you plot your points, mine is 0, 3, -1, down -1. And then you plot the other one and you swap your x's and y's. And the main thing about this is it's going to be a reflection over y equals x. And what this means is if I was to put my hand like this, and you only see this graph, and then I was to go like this, you'd see it'd be the same graph. It's this mirror image. And it's always going to intercept at some point. Our intercept was here at -1, and that's the relationship. It's always going to be a mirror image. Make sure to switch your x's and y's, and it's always going to reflect over the y equals x. If you do a graph and if you were to fold your paper and it's not the same thing, you did it wrong. I'd recommend redoing it, and that's all.